my name's Tonia Marshall. We're looking at getting some automatic waterers, and we're doing our research and found these, and what we really liked about them was that there was no electricity involved, so all you needed was the water pressure. So we got some, and we absolutely love them. There's no more dragging hoses, there's no more busting ice. We run a training facility here at Heath Horsemanship, and so we've always got 6 to 7 head in training, plus our own horses. And what we find even better about them is we have found that they actually prefer the drinking post over a stock tank of water, and they just love the fresh, clean water every time it fills, it drains, and they just love it.
How do you handle training new horses when they come in?
When we bring new horses in, we put the training paddles on. We'll walk them in when they first are introduced to their stall. We walk them in, we show them where the water is, and push it for them, and then they kind of just start figuring it out. We'll do that. We have only had to do it about twice. I think they learn from the other horses as they're watching them. They can smell it. They know the water's there. So they just get over there and get playing with it. And after the first couple, when they push it and it kind of makes a swishing noise, they might pull their head a minute. But then they start playing with it, pushing it, figuring it out. And we have never had one that's taken over 12 hours to figure it out.
That's great.
And I only say that because usually when a new horse comes in, we usually really notice them doing it on their own shortly the next day or in the evening. So we haven't had any that have had an issue with it, and we get so many horses in and out of here in a month that we thought we would see an issue, but we have never had one that hasn't figured it out. So
how many posts do you run in here?
we have 8 posts.
8 posts, great.
Yeah. So this one here is just in the big pen where they all run together, and there's 7 horses in here, and nobody has an issue. They don't fight. They don't, and they've all, like I said, they've all figured it out pretty quick. In the training horses, we've just never had one that it was a big issue.
And you put a post in each run-in as well, is that right?
Yes, there's a post in each individual horse stall for the training horses, and then the one out here for the big pen.
And what are winters like here? What's your elevation here?
5,500 if I remember correctly. But yeah, we have pretty mild winters here, but we also do get some pretty good storms that come in, and we can get below 0.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had one freeze. I've never had a pedal stick. As far as the operational functionality of it, they've never failed with that stuff, because I've always thought, oh, on our cold days, I'm like, oh crap, they're all gonna be stuck.
Yeah.
I walk out and I'll hit them, and they just go right about. So they've never frozen. They've never.
What were you doing for water before you put the post in?
Stock tanks and
How was that?
dragging hoses and cleaning tanks and dumping them and cleaning them and wasting water, and especially in the wintertime when they would freeze, and then you've got 100-gallon stock tanks full of ice, and we have mounds of ice built up everywhere, and so this has made it it's not as big of a headache at all. Every once in a while I just tap them just to make sure for some reason, and it's much easier.
So did you used to scrub your tanks out all summer?
Oh yes, once a week everything got dumped, scrubbed, cleaned. Training horses, every time a new horse came in, they got bleached, they got scrubbed.
Oh boy, that's a project.
Yes, and so this way, all I have to do is I take a towel with some bleach on it, wipe it out for the training barns, and then we're good to go. They're quick wipeouts. If I see some dirt or some gravel or whatever in them, just wipe it out, and I'm done. 2 seconds, really.
So it used to be an hour, now it's
Oh.
now it's a minute, huh?
For us here, with as many horses as we run through here, it was really an all-day project.
Yeah.
I mean, and to get it all done.
Mm-hmm.
And now my cleaning is like 5 minutes a day, if that. So it's considerably saved us time just all the way around. Like I said, with the dragging hoses, by the time you hook them up, drag them out.
Yeah.
Fill them up, wait for the tank to clear, go to the next one. It's just significantly saved time.
What's been the biggest difference between your tanks and putting the posts in?
The biggest difference, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the time saving, but too, just with watching the horses, I think they're getting more water, they're drinking more water, because it's clean, it's fresh, it's on demand. They get it when they want it, they get as much as they want. You would notice with the stock tanks, even though I just fill them, of course you go out later in the day, and you know, there's a film across the top, and there's bugs, or there's grass, and there's dirt, and so I just don't think it was clean water, but it wasn't clean water, and I think they can tell the difference, and I definitely have noticed that the horses drink a lot more now than they did
Yeah.
before.
Great. Great.